Okay, next Touhou is on a Touhou Pride Jab 5 post jab thing. Something. This is the most mysterious one of them all. The following is Touhou Project Fangame, Touhou Project belongs Team Shock Alice, Project Jab build something. We have no idea what this anyway is. Okay. Koishi's lovey-dovey couples therapy demo. Okay. Alright. So this is okay. Oh, any button includes the thing. The wire change but location up down. Choose the select. Alright. Options. There's absolutely no sound. Display full screen. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's I see changes things. Alright, let's start the game. It's lagging a little bit, but okay. That's fine. Alright, I'm providing all of the sounds, which is just my voice. Alright, let's start game. File A, chapter 1, line 0. Okay, let's begin. Yep, it sounds good. Alright. Advanced text toggle. Kyraden. Alright. We're in Kyraden. Apparently, suspended above the Hellfire Battle, the venerable palace of the Earth Spirit is by far the largest and most iconic structure in former Hell. Hello, Koishi and the other one. Yeah, I haven't memorized their names yet. It's been too long since I meet them. That's the thing with these fan games, like, they appear just randomly. Who knows who I might get. Within, two sisters alongside their pets and Fae hide themselves from the world above. First button. One sees all with the third eye that listens. One sees none with that eye gone for wisdom. Satori lives lovely, lonely lives thanks to their third eye. Everyone has secrets to take to their grave. Yeah, they do. I'm gonna die with things nobody's ever gonna know about me. So they had their cloistered away for centuries, each absorbed in their own pursuits, until a shrine maiden and a witch threw the doors open to the outside. Yeah, chaos agents. The younger of the sisters traded conscious thought for subconscious desire, and wandered outside for a prayer, leaving her sister alone with her pets for the first time in a century. Wandering throughout Gensokyo, she learned of the world overlaying another that had been built to protect legends from the fate of rationality and humanity's loss of wonder. Not that she could remember it if you asked her. Her conscious thought gone, she couldn't access those memories if she tried. Not even her sister, seer of all, could. So when she finally returned, having taught the Buddhists a lesson in serenity and taken a mask that drew her in with pure emotion, her older sister, worried sick for her, asked her all about the world above. The conscious asked the subconscious, "How do you breathe?" That's a good question. The subconscious replied simply, "I don't know. Yeah, how do I breathe? I just do. I don't know. It just kind of happens." Koishi's closed eye, her closed mind, left her sister Satori's heart festering with a jealous wish that Koishi had never left the conscious world behind. She tried to hide her emotions. She tried to greet her sister each day with a smile, even though she knew Koishi knew a truth that grew harder to try to hide each day. A shattered plate was the trigger that let Satori's feelings fly. Koishi running away in tears, knowing her sister was sobbing too. The subconscious memory of her first moments outside drew Koishi to the site of her original prayer. Then a prayer for strength, now a prayer for knowledge, that Satori might know the world above, even if Koishi could never explain it. But not all was right at the Moria Shrine. What? Yasuka, who's that? What? I don't know who Kanako is. I don't think I've met them before. Hey, I'm gonna assume it's the snake person. Alright, let's do a snake voice. I don't know. Alright, you slimy old toad. You win this round. Suwako Moria. Better to be slimy than shedding my skin all the time. I couldn't possibly handle that cleanup. Alright. It had become a familiar sight to Sade Kochiya in her days and nights on the mountain that became her new home away from Suwa. The gods she attended to as Moria's shrine maiden hadn't gained their notoriety as one of Gensokyo's most dysfunctional couple for no reason. Oh, these are gods? Okay, fair enough. The two insist they have a grudge and act like it, even if Sanai knew it was all posturing. If they truly hated each other, they wouldn't spend all night chatting with each other, she told herself. Yeah, of course not. That's, yeah, sick of the snake. It's how I maintain my youth, my dear frog. Only you'd have a need to hide it. I'm perfectly fine with my age. Are you? I see you taking mud baths as often as a kappa, even if you insist it's just a frog thing. The deities of Moria had gotten extremely drunk and had spent the entire night sniping at each other, both metaphorically and literally, while Sane cleaned up after them. It's a thankless job. Poor Sane. Oh, she looks happy enough, I guess. A bit of light streamed in from the shuttered windows. Her vision blurring, she glanced at an electronic watch, one of several pieces of technology she brought from Suwa. Well, they got electricity, that's cool. Oh, cat fucking phone, shush. You're not to interrupt me, phone. I don't need your messages about things. Quiet, wait, there we go, there's the quiet button. Anyway, it was now 6 a.m. That's a good time to wake up, I guess. Sadai threw her broom to the ground, exhausted, or I guess she wasn't sleeping at all. Yeah, alright, they were drunk in the night. It clattered, drawing the attention of her charges. Go to bed. I'm done with having to babysit my moms. Well, sorry. No one told you had to stay up and babysit us. If I didn't take care of your mess now, it'd be a million times worse by morning. Which, if you hadn't noticed, it now is. Sawako giggled and offered Sanai a drink. The wind priestess refused, tossing it aside with a small gust. Bed now! The deities grumbled as they went to a nearby room and shut the thin door before arguing more of the morning hours away. God, useless gods. It's the equivalent of the Norse gods as well here, basically. They're just drunk and fucking about, but not really hating each other. Sada stepped outside, feeling the chill of the morning air. Her eyes fluttered with sleepiness as the wind struck her. Hello, Koishi. What voice did I give Koishi? Satori was the one that I gave the gruff one that hurts my throat. Koishi was more mellow or something. What's the matter? I guess we'll go with that. Sada shook herself to awareness. A girl with a green hat had appeared for just a moment, but now she was gone. Don't worry, silly. I'm right here. Okay. She looked around again. At the bottom of the shrine steps stood that same girl, waving her hand. Had she not heard her? She knew she didn't notice anything, right? But this girl was here now. Sorry, shrine's closed today. The gods got drunk. What a shame. Now you'll have a day off. That would be all well and good if I didn't need to catch up on sleep. If this keeps up, we'll be a night shrine. What sort of situation would make you work long, sleepless nights? Are the gods upset? They're ornery and we've been getting in arguments, but that's not really what the problem is. Koishi felt insight on the wind. She skipped up the steps to Sane and clasped her hands. I know parents can be tough sometimes, but your feelings matter too. You're not wrong for being tough back. Oh, that's nice. Sane's heart skipped a beat. She hadn't mentioned anything about parents, but this girl immediately figured out that her feelings towards Moria's gods were familial. I mean, Sana does have the frog little, the snake little hair accessories. She smiled, a tear running down her face. Yeah, I guess you're right. They're important to me, but they're not the only ones that matter here. Even if it does feel a bit heretical to say that. Sana explained the situation to Koishi. Koishi listened as well as she could. The two snuck back over to the shrine. And, hearing loud snoring from the window, they put their plan into action. An air horn woke Calico in the strange dark room. She was tied, sitting in a steel chair, her hands bound behind her. Hands on a snake, sure. 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 What is the meaning of this? Where the hell am I? She looked around. It appeared to be an office, with furniture hastily gathered. Beside her, Suwako was in a similar bind, seemingly frozen in place. Koishi and Sane stepped out from behind the curtain. Surprise! Welcome to therapy! Therapy? Why do we need therapy? Sane's gut felt the pain of a sturdy punch before she had time to register what had happened. Koishi grabbed another chair and tied Sane up, placing her next to the gods. Sane struggled against the rope binds. What are you doing? This wasn't part of the plan. You're part of this family too, you know. As long as one of you is suffering, you all are. Well, I guess. Sane's emotions, hot with betrayal, cooled to warm understanding, kept simmering from the pain. Kanako's emotions, spiked red with righteous anger, drove her to a spiral of confusion. Suwako saw the signs of panic in her mind, and before she acted as unnerved as she was, she made her emotions settle on a path of logical, feigned calm. She knew better than to fall to shock tactics. Okay, seriously though, where the hell are we? In the human village's medical district. Yuka's letting us use her office. There's a lovely note there as well, with a heart thing. The netizens of Moria looked around. On the shelves, they noticed a collection of human psychology book textbooks, next to various degrees from outside world that all bore Yuka's name. Good for her. Suwako smiled. Her plan crystallized in her mind. It was time to execute her escape. I suppose the real question is, whose fault was this? Do we have the unthinking Satori to blame? Or was it the tired girl attending to our every whim, no matter how much it took on or how late it got? My guess is more on us. We've gone bad, I'm afraid. Right, and we're really sorry about this. So can we go? I'm sure little Sane is getting tired. Who are you calling little? I'm an adult by human standards. Besides, Suwako's smaller. You say that with a brave face, but you just got sucker punched by your accomplice. Let's move past that for now. Please remain calm. This is something that we think you might need. What exactly do we need anyway? Therapy. That's why we're here. Do you even know how to do talk therapy? Let's also move past that for now. Great plan. She'd lost, without even having begun. Suwako's chair transformed into a ball bearings, the ropes falling off around her. Kaliko flexed her muscles, ropes bursting off. The Moria gods picked up the chair Sane was tied to and walked towards the office door. Koishi rushed to catch them at the door. I understand your intentions are in good faith, but we don't need group therapy from you. Please, just give me a chance. I don't exactly know what's going on, but I can tell. You all feel strongly towards each other as found family. You feel love, familiarity, loyalty, and even contempt. If you all look to each other... Sane looked at Suwako and Kanako, then at Koishi. Koishi sounded earnest, but Sane could tell something else was eating at the girl, and that it would get in the way of whatever she could offer. She yawned. Let's go. I can't do this anymore. Moria's gods left the office, leaving Koishi and her plans behind for the trip back home. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. This had been going for the last 2 hours. Good God. Suoko groaned. Whose idea was it to walk anyway? We are able to fly, you know.
Sana is still tied up.
Then untie her.
Actually, this is kind of comfortable at this point.
Okay. Well, yeah, good for her, I guess. Kaliko shrugged, hefting the weight of Sana in her chair. They all knew that they could just fly away. They all knew that there was nothing stopping them. But they didn't, though. Even Suoko wasn't taking the initiative to actually lift off. They all just continued their leisurely pace around the misty lake. Sometimes you just need to have a nice little walk. Kanako sighed.
It's a nice day out, but it feels, I don't know, heavy.
The unthinking Satori's magic is manipulation of the subconscious, and I suspect we're being affected. I know she isn't doing this consciously. She doesn't. Can't have intent beyond need or desire.
Nothing beyond what her own subconscious gleaned, which says much more about us than about her.
We cooperate without having to question each other. We understand and work towards the same goals. We act out against each other to maintain the status quo. We argue and fight despite our shared interests.
And in the meantime, we ignore our priestess, who gave up the world outside just to be around us. We watch as she hurts herself just trying to keep up.
They stopped in their tracks. After a long silence, Suoko laughed.
What's so funny?
Maybe we really do need therapy. Maybe. Koishi had been slowly floating across the lake to find the geyser that led back to former hell. She felt aimless. Rather than find a blessing for its story, she managed to insult some of the most powerful beings in Gensoke with a plan that made her look like a complete fool. She looked up. In the distance, she saw raptors' wings. The wings started increasing in size, slowly at first, then much, much faster. Yeah, that's how objects get closer to you works. Look out below! I don't know who this is. This could be anyone. Who's the raptor? Who's flying on the raptor? A large object shot into the water in front of Koishi, causing a massive splash and a jet of steam from the lake. In the distance, some fairies were thrown ashore by the resulting waves. Oh. Utsuho Reuji spread her wings, splashing Koishi with droplets of wet water, then instantly vaporized from the radiating energy she possessed. Koishi recognized her sister's pet bird instantly. Oh, it's a birdie. A little kitty. Her partner in crime, a cat named Rin Kanbyu, floated gently down to meet Koishi. She was carrying away some corpses that had recently passed. Okay, that's the bird.
Hey, we're just dropping by.
In multiple ways.
Thanks for checking on me. I suppose Satori wants me to get home soon so she could say, told you so. Actually, that's what we came here to talk about. She actually wants to apologize to you. She's not feeling well, so she could come in person, but she wants you to come back. She was mostly scuffed about you not remembering her stuff well, but she knows you can't control it. I'm thankful, really, but I can't come back yet. Oh, wait, no, there. I'm thankful, really, but I can't come back yet.
You were headed that direction, yeah?
If I do go home, I still can't remember things on demand. It just isn't possible, even if she wishes it. I can't let this happen again. I don't want to give her the same reason to hate me in the future. I need to find the gods of the mountain again and apologize for my own trespasses into their lives. I know I'm not trained to help them. I just wanted to do something that would... But talking to them made me realize just how little I actually can help.
Aww. Utsuho placed a hand on Koishi's shoulder.
I'm not sure what's going on, but take us with you, being powered by our presences.
We've got your back. Unless you die, then, I'll just be giving you a ride. Koishi smiled, tears coming to her eyes.
Thank you all. I'm sorry for all this trouble.
That's what they're for. The three sped across the lake. Utsuho's crow eyes surveyed the landscape, hunting the snake that granted her power. Alright. Sanae was slumbering in her chair. Suko was pacing back and forth, digging a path in the grass beside the misty lake's shore. The proper thing to do would probably be to go back. It'd be weird apologizing to our kidnapper, though. That would be right by you, though. Calico was laying in the grass, basking in the sun.
Would she even still be there? If she's headed home, she'd be heading towards Yukai Mountain like us. Besides, you had mentioned the effects of her personal magic. It'd be strong enough that she's close.
Hello. Hi. Okay. As if on cue, Utsuho dived in at full speed, a blazing meteor dragging Rin and Koishi in tow. The two landed and did a pose they had clearly practiced. Utsuho swept upward, narrowly missing the forest, and landed between Koishi and Rin, matching their choreography with a powerful stance, wings spread, arms folded, and a bright, beaming smile on her face. Oh, for the love of... A streak across the tops of the trees had ignited. Suko quickly extinguished it with a splash of water from the lake. Koishi stepped forward to meet the trio again, the evaporating mist and the glow of Utsuho's control rod creating a bright rainbow aura around her.
Everyone, I'm sorry. Thank you for waiting for me.
Sanae had just woken up from the noise to the harsh scent of burning pine, and Koishi waving her arms in front of the powerful pets of Satori.
I know this experience has been a lot for all of us. It wasn't a well-thought-out plan. I guess that's on me. I'm sorry about kidnapping all of you. I'm sorry for subjecting you to weird situations to get you to talk to each other. I'm sorry for tying you all up like that.
Sanae struggled to move her arms, tightly bound against the steel chair.
Which I should probably address.
Koishi ran up to Sanae and untied her swiftly. Sanae rubbed her arms where the ropes had chafed her skin. She then threw a punch at Koishi's arm, leaving a stinging welt.
That's for earlier. Please don't do that again. I guess I kind of deserve that.
Sanae smiled and gripped Koishi's hand in her own. She stared directly into Koishi's eyes.
A bit of stimulus to train your subconscious. You're not entirely to blame for this whole mess either. You just go with what your emotions tell you. If anything, I'm the one who wrote up the plan. At least the broad strokes. If there wasn't anything wrong, you wouldn't have shown interest due to your nature. I'm not sure what to do about the whole situation, though.
Kanako gave Suoko a knowing glance. The two of them stepped up to the girls together.
We're sorry, too. We've been complete assholes lately.
We've been posturing to maintain a story of ancient history, when what we should have done is celebrated the present. What we have now is the ability to collaborate. We should be working together to build our future.
Sanae, we're truly sorry. We know this has all been really hard on you. It isn't fair to you to keep you up like this.
Suoko and Kanako hugged Koishi tightly. Koishi, thank you. You really did help us, even if you don't really know how. Okay. Koishi accepted the hug gratefully. She then explained the situation about her sister. She asked the gods what they could do. They shook their heads when they realized even they could not read her mind. Sanae pulled a pocket camera out and took a picture. She gave it to Koishi and showed her a memory forever sealed in a plastic case. Koishi took the object and let it infuse her with desire. She let her consciousness into an electrical one. She could use this device to access that which no one could before. Satori floated down behind the group. Koishi turned, noticing her presence. The sisters hugged, crying and smiling. Koishi lifted the camera, and it took a photo as bidden by her desire to capture the moment she apologized to her sister. The sisters hugged, crying and smiling. Koishi lifted the camera, the moment that she apologized to her sister. Okay, it just looped itself for some reason, but anyway. The pets, gods, and Satori floated home. Outside of the Moria Shrine, the gods had a party to celebrate their renewed relationship with each other. Kanoko and Suko danced in the moonlight, scheming with a knowing look in each other's eyes as Sana and the sisters partied the night away. Rin and Utsuko sat on a bench next to each other, snacking on the delicious foods the gods had made. Yes, we really brought everything together.
I don't really know what happened, but I guess so. Everything turned out fine in the end, and our mistresses are safe and happy.
Yeah. The Satori sisters as pets gently kissed in the moonlight. Thank you for playing. Sorry it took so long, but we're finally here. Okay, less than 3. Alright. Well, that was neat. I like that one. There we go. Koishi's lovey-dovey couples therapy. It was kind of lovey-dovey, sort of. Anyway, that's that. That is that. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I clicked off the thing and now it's okay. Goodbye. If you need therapy, go to therapy or talk to someone. Talk about things usually helps. Just vent into the void or something. It can help. Or whatever. Okay, now it's proper goodbye.